The big question I'm getting asked all the time right now is, Dewey, should I consider buying in this market? Is the market really down with all the things that are going on with the interest rates? What should I do? Well, let's talk about it. I'm Dewey Moss. I'm a top producing real estate agent in New York City. If you haven't already, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button for a lot of great video content. Also, check out the description box below for ways to get in touch with me, and let's get started. With as complicated as the sales market is in New York City, it's always a big question. When should you buy, and in what kind of market should you buy in? And also, what is the market doing? Well, I can tell you that nobody has a crystal ball. So if anyone comes to you and says, hey, here's exactly what the market's going to do for next year and you should do something right away, I would avoid that advice because none of us really know. But we can look at historical norms and what's going on in the market right now to help us make a few logical predictions. I can tell you what's going on right now in the market is very interesting. We had gangbuster years in 20 and 21 for sales, even though we were coming out of the pandemic and the pandemic was still going on. People were buying. There was lots of demand. There was lots of inventory. The sales prices were up. Then around in April of 2022, we took a heavy decline. That's when the decline happened, and it wasn't because of interest rates. It was because of a lot of different other reasons. That decline happened, so that put us where we are today. When the interest rates came in to play, a lot of buyers began to pull back and wait and say, well, I need to see, it's affecting my affordability factor, what I can get. I need to wait and see. I think interest rates are going to go back down. What we're going to see is we're going to see the interest rates stabilize. And I've done another video about interest rates that talk about a 50-year look at interest rates. And you can watch that because I think it's important to know that what we were in was in a time that was a big anomaly. It was not the normal. Those 2% that everyone was getting was not the normal when it comes to interest rates. So I think that interest rates are going to stabilize. And what does that mean for the buyer? Well, sellers are choosing right now to come off the market if they can't list their properties at the price that they think they should be getting. So inventory is decreasing, right? Less inventory, less to choose from. But the prices aren't coming down. Now, some of the negotiability, in other words, the amount that you get off from the asking price, may be a little higher. So here's the key about shopping around in a market like this. You can always refinance. That's the big secret. People get afraid of interest rates, but you can lock yourself into an interest rate and you can always refinance when the opportunity comes around and there are lower interest rates on the market. And that opportunity may come. You can always refinance. You won't always be in a position to buy in a slower market, which for Manhattan, that means that you may have less competition. The sellers that are on the market right now really want to sell. They really want to sell. They're not the ones that are pulling their stuff off market because they want to hit a price and they're not going to be happy unless they hit their price. The inventory that's out there probably wants to sell, so they want to negotiate and they want to get that sell done. For you, the buyer, that means you may get a better deal and less competition. Would you rather be the only person in the running and get a better deal? Or would you rather wait until things get back into the swing in spring and there are much more inventory to choose from, but it's going to be higher prices and you may be one of 7 bids that's going to drive those prices up? So it's a big consideration. Buying is always a big consideration, and there's lots of complexities to New York City real estate. It goes by neighborhood, from street to street, and even from building to building. I have lots of videos on that as well. But consider the fact that you can refinance, but you're shopping during a time where you will have less competition and may get a better deal. So just a few things to consider. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button for lots of other videos that have helpful information. Take a look at the description box for all sorts of ways to get in touch with me, including a link to schedule a private consultation with me. And I'll see you next time.